Today, I'm going to tell you all about the Focused Mindset podcast. So let's get started. Let's have some great conversations using the solution focused approach. I'm Cher. And as a school counselor, I've learned a lot about how to lead with hope. I've talked about it on the TEDx stage. It's what we discuss right here. And I want to thank you for following this show. You know you can head over to thefocusedmindset.com to get more. Right now, let's level up our mindset so we can be solution focused. Let's go. I am so excited to finally do a trailer for this podcast. And I started this podcast over 200 episodes ago and just never did one. I just thought, well, I'm just going to go for it. And I just started calling up people and saying, can you be on my show, and getting experts. It was always rooted in the solution focused approach, however. So I wanted to get a chance to talk to you guys about what you can expect on this show. You can expect on this show that I am going to use the solution focused approach, which is rooted in finding solutions rather than putting a lot of energy into the problem that faces us or dwelling on past issues. Instead, we're going to talk about how to be a counselor, a leader, an educator who knows how to look for people's resources and their ability to change and believe in people's ability to build hope in their life. And I'm so passionate about that we talk all about that. When it comes to having great conversations, those kind of things don't come naturally. We need some groundwork being laid. We need our mindset to be in the right place. And this is where we talk about all of that. Now, you can expect that we have experts in the field of solution focused, also in the field of communication, sometimes people that are counselors, educators, to come alongside and give us that expert opinion. You can go back and find people like Dr. Linda Medcalf, which is my personal mentor, and many, many others that help us along this journey of wondering how can we adjust our mindset to be able to have productive connections with other people and to be a leader that truly leads with hope. This is something that we can continue to pursue. We'll find the areas that we need growth in, and we can do that together. Sometimes I just chat with you about the stories that I've learned being a school counselor and what I've found as I'm coaching others. And it's in a time where we can just really dig a little deeper. Now, I mentioned that I've been doing this for quite a while now, and this podcast started off as Parenting 2.0, the focused mindset. And that's because as a person who is rooted in a background of school counseling, I've been a school counselor in elementary, in middle school, in high school, even a school counselor in college. And before that even happened, way, way back, I was a Head Start teacher, which works with preschoolers. And so my entire career, I've worked with students and parents to be able to fine tune communication skills and connections with others. And as a person that's done that, my heart went out to parents right about the time when we started this podcast, because it was right about the pandemic and everyone was like, oh my gosh, what in the world is going on? Our kids are home 24/7. We're home 24/7. And I had such a heart for that I first actually named it Parenting 2.0, because I felt like all the parents out there had to level themselves up and fast to be able to get through that. And whoa, we did get through that. It was a lot, wasn't it? Yes, I know. Let's not talk about all that trauma. But you might want to go back to my earlier episodes and listen to some of that information. I have a whole bunch of them on anxiety and kids' anxiety, and when they're stuck and they don't want to go places, if they don't want to do new things, how to communicate with them when they are in a place of stubbornness. I have information about all kinds of different parenting issues that we come up with as parents at basically every age. And of course, I sprinkle in my stories, changing the names, of course, of kids and parents and things that I've dealt with through the years. Now, it wasn't very long before I also launched my coaching business. And I found that I really loved coaching using the solution focused approach. And through getting a coaching license and through getting continued training, I would say that now I'm the first person people go to for hope centered, solution focused coaching. It ended up that way because I've just dove in because I began to realize that the solution focused approach is really a hope focused approach. It's a way for people to begin to look at their resources and their abilities, their pathways and their willpower and their way power to be able to move forward towards their bright future. And the solution focused approach is a way of us being able to help people do that because we have questions and curiosity that leads us towards that. And a couple years ago now, I was asked to share about this on the TED stage. It was always kind of a dream of mine. And when I saw that email that I was invited to speak in Florida, I just thought, wow, this is going to be unbelievable. And by that point, I had already published my journal that's on Amazon even now, 30 Days to Higher Hopes, where I walked through a way that we can really think for ourselves about solution focus, where we can gather our thoughts and journal about them without any judgment whatsoever, and then begin to journal about the plan that really rings true to us, that rings true with our values and our intentions, and then to dedicate to start. And that's really what the journal is all about. I use it in almost all of my counseling groups, even as of right now. And that was the motivation to be able to speak about that way of communicating on the TED stage. And you can look that up on YouTube. All you have to do is look up How to Lead with Hope, Solution Focused Conversations. And that was such an amazing situation that has all come about through basically this podcast. And now to this day, we talk about those subjects. And you can walk alongside me every single week, sometimes every other week. I am still a school counselor. So I have my main priority of being in the schools every single day, helping teachers, parents, and then coaching. You know, I always do take on 2 or 3 clients that I have because I just love coaching so much. And if you're interested in that, you can always hop over to thefocusedmindset.com and shoot me a message. And then I'm speaking. Many of you guys that listen first heard me at an event, and I just teach about how to use these solution focused skills in our everyday life. It can be used in counseling, but you can also sprinkle these same things into your everyday conversations to make them more impactful, really, and just to be able to you can make the impact that you want to make, which even though sometimes we get caught up with giving our advice and telling people what to do, honestly, what we all really want is to be able to be close to people, to have stronger connections. And I found that through talking to people that they're just like, how can I reach my child or how can I reach my client differently? And I don't often, in fact, I've never had someone come up to me and say, well, just how can I help them know everything that I know? And so it's weird though, the way we get caught up in our head. And I do it too, where it's like, oh, I know something, I need to share it. And it's harder for us to slow down and learn how to truly be curious. And how might we believe in others in a brand new way? So when we are communicating with them, we really are truly giving them the tools of empowerment that they need to be able to thrive and grow. And this is something that I found that universally we want and sometimes just really screw it up when we're face to face with people and we walk away going, oh, geez, I don't know if that conversation actually turned out the way I wanted. So, I mean, we're not going to beat ourselves up about it. We're just going to say, you know what? Let's spend some time. Let's spend some time leveling up. Let's spend some time figuring out how we can invite hope into our conversations and how we can really feel like we're genuinely being who we want to be. So with you walking beside me, we're going to do that more and more every day. And we're going to make ourselves proud. And you'll be the first to know about when I'm speaking someplace, or the event that I'll be at, or what's being published out there that you could find. And many of my listeners will be the people that are also standing right beside me, that I say, hey, what do you think about this book title, or whatever I'm doing? And so you mean a lot to me. The podcast is really the main thing. I guess I could just say the main thing. I was going to say the cornerstone, and it is the cornerstone of everything I do, because I usually run my ideas right here and get feedback from you when you email me at share@thefocusedmindset.com. And so thank you for being here. You have a lot of episodes you can catch up on, or you can just start right here and we could just get to know each other. So thank you for listening to this podcast, and until next time, live solution focused.